What's up guys, it's Inferno. Today I'm going to be showing you how to use the Saber plugin from Video Copilot to make outline effects on your gun. So to follow this tutorial you're going to need three things. You're going to need basically any version of the Creative Cloud After Effects, because only the Creative Cloud's versions have the track mask option. And you're gonna need After Effects. You're gonna need what's called Video Copilot Saber. So if I press one of these and go Effect, Video Copilot, you're gonna need what's called Saber. This is another one, don't worry about that one. It's a free plugin you can download. I'll leave you the link in the description. And yeah, just download it and then plug it into your After Effects file when you should have it. And the third thing you'll need is a video you want to apply the effect on. So the video I've chosen is just Valkyrie reloading her MPX, and I'm gonna be applying it like when she's reloading, when she takes the magazine out, until about here. This is where it's gonna end. So you want to pick your video, and you want to pick the duration of your effect, where you want it to start and end. So for example, I want mine to start right about there. So once you've picked where the frame you want to start on, you press Control, Shift, and D. That'll split the clips into two. A bit hard for just splitting clips, but okay, After Effects. And then you want to pick where it ends. So I want it to end right about here before she puts the magazine in. So Control, Shift, D again. And this right here, this middle clip, is where we're gonna apply the outline effect on. To make it easier for you, you can just rename it. You can press Saber. The next step is to apply the mask. A mask is basically, you just draw the outline on the gun where you want the effect to like follow, what path you want it to follow. So you're obviously not going to do that sloppy. You just zoom in. You do that with Alt and mouse wheel button. You just scroll in, and then I'm going to say I want it to start right here at the bottom, and then I'm just going to go all around the gun. So I'll start it here, press, and then if you drag you can curve it, and I'm gonna pull that down so it doesn't, because for example if I leave it and I press here, okay, that actually worked. But usually like if I curve it right here and I press here, it's gonna auto curve and it's not gonna follow a straight line. So what I usually do is just curve it and pull that back, Control, pull it back, and then I just make a new curve. That fits perfectly, and then the next one won't be curved, it'll be straight. So you just do that all around the gun. You just follow the entire outline and wherever you want the outline effect to go. So I'm gonna time lapse it with some cool ass no copyright music in the background, and I'll be back once it's finished. Alright, I think I'm done. I've outlined the entire gun with a mask, and then I've just made these little details wherever I think the Saber effect would look good. Oh, actually I missed a part here. I'm gonna show you how to do it real quick. You don't have to be like, don't be super sloppy with it, but you don't have to be like pixel perfect, you know what I'm saying? So I made these little outlines where I think like the effect would be cool. So for example around this, I don't know if this is stock, and then these ridges, and just this little circle thing. So the next part is tracking the mask, because obviously let me just, if you control click this, I'll show you what frames you're on so you don't forget. So if I move this, you see obviously it's not meshed up with the gun. It's gonna look ace if you just do it like this and apply the effect, because it's only made for this frame right here. And to fix this, you can you go into here, into the, I don't know if I get it, options, whatever. you go into masks, and then you just click and drag and highlight all the masks. Once you've done that, you just go into animation and track mask, and this is where you're gonna need the Creative Cloud version, because you're gonna need the track mask option. So once they're all highlighted and you've clicked on track mask, you're gonna get this tracker, and if you hover over this, it's gonna say track selected masks forward. So first you're gonna, because we're in the middle of a clip and not in the beginning, you're gonna first track it forward and then backwards, or you can backwards and then forward, doesn't matter, to just get all the frames in it. So I'm gonna start by doing forward, and I'm gonna speed this up, and I'll be back once I've done backward and forward. Alright, there you go. Now I've tracked this forward and backward. You can see all the keyframes down here where it's tracked. And the first thing you're gonna notice is, what the fuck is this? You're right, this is not how it's supposed to be. It's not tracked properly. And this can be fixed in two ways. First is the lazy way. You just yoink all of them away. Just remove control, you press the mask, and then just control and click, and then remove them. This is what I usually do to remove bad tracks, because it's not as time consuming. But like, if you, it doesn't really matter, but if you're really into it, you can just retrace it and retrack it, you know, for a better result. But honestly, there's not much you can do about it. But you can see the rest is perfectly tracked. These ridges are exactly where they're supposed to be all the time. And yeah, the rest is a good track. So once you've got that done, you're gonna come over here, you're gonna press here on panel, and then Control and Y, and this will make you a black solid. You can rename this to Saber. This is the layer we're gonna use to apply the effect on. It doesn't make sense. You're gonna be like, oh, I thought we were gonna put on the gun. We will, but you just have to have the effect on another layer so it doesn't interfere and mess your original video up. So you click on the new solid, you go into, once you've downloaded Saber, you go into Effect, Video Copilot and Saber. Otherwise you can just go into here and search for Saber. So you just press Saber, and then you can just drag it onto here, or you can go into Effect, pick that, don't open it, pick that, Effect, Video Copilot, Saber. And you're gonna get this, you're gonna be like, what the fuck is this? So you're gonna go into customize core, and then you're gonna do, you see where it says core type Saber. You can pick between all these three. If you're gonna outline a text, you can just press text layer, and then you can choose if you have, for example, say, I'll write a text. Alright, thank you. You're gonna go into here, and then you pick text layer, and then whatever text you have, and you see it'll just bind to that. So we'll remove this text layer, it's gonna follow it. But for this tutorial we're gonna use the gun, and it's a little more complicated. So go into your layer where we can hide this, where you've put the outlines and the masks, and you just pick all of the masks, you highlight them, you press Control C, which copies it. You press on the new solid layer, you press Control V, which pastes all the masks. And you can see if we just, we can even remove the, what the hell do I want to, we can remove the masks from the original video, and you can see if we press this, it'll still be there, every single mask. That means we've transferred it from the original video onto the Saber layer. That's exactly what you want to do. And so next you want to press, I'm going to highlight it actually, and I'm going to go into render settings, and you see the black background, you don't want that. You press transparent, it goes away, you just have the Saber effect left. And so I press layer masks, and it's gonna go from the mask it has on it. The layer, this layer, is gonna see that it has a bunch of masks, and it's just gonna put the effect on those. So as you can, okay, this effect is 8. So you go into preset, and then these are all the different Saber effects you can pick from. So I'm gonna, a simple one would be narrow. Okay, that's way too simple. I'm gonna say Ghostbuster is pretty good. So if you press Control Shift H, it'll remove the masks and you can see it more clearly. So I'll do that, and then when I move the cursor now, you can see that it's perfectly tracked. This actually looks really good. So that's basically it. If you want to leave it like this, you can honestly do that and render it just like this. But I think it looks ugly when it just goes into. Wait, let's just cut it here for simplicity's sake. Put it there and there, and there it goes. Now the effect is only on the layer we want on. But I think it looks ugly when you go into from a normal clip and then just boom, next frame is just Saber. It doesn't look clean. So what I'll usually do is I'll go into here. I'll go into start offset. So what this does is basically it'll animate it for you. So if you put on 100, it disappears. So we have to keyframe this. Keyframing is when you basically time shit. How am I supposed to explain? Yeah, you basically time what you want to do, when you want it to start and end, and so on and so forth. So I'm gonna go to customize core. You can see the start offset. If you press the watch here. Wait, let me just go to the start. Go to the start and then you press the watch on the start offset. It'll put a keyframe. This is a keyframe. This is where it keeps track of what information you've put in. So at the start of the clip, I want this on full. That means the entire layer now is just, you're not gonna see the effect basically. And I can change this now. I want it almost 30 frames in, 40 frames in. I'll put it down to 0. That means that at this frame, it's gonna be 0, and it's gonna be full here, and in between it's gonna be animated, so looks super clean. It just fades in and animates in. So if I play it now, you see it looks great. So from a normal clip into Saber like that. Clean, right? Shit, it's clean as hell. Yeah, this is one of my favorites, Ghostbuster, and obviously you can change the color, whatever you want it to be. So what looks good here on Valkyries? Yeah, I actually think the green looks pretty clean. Let's just do cyan. I've used this on, who was it, Rollerly said it? I'm sorry if I butchered your name, I don't know how to pronounce it. Alright, so now we got the start, and honestly it's a bit long of a start because, let's actually pull this up so you can see more clearly. Because you can see like 75% of the clip is just this fading in. So what you can do to make it faster is drag this back basically, and then it'll animate it faster. Booyah. And then it'll just display normal here, and then when you want it to end, you could either make it go back the same way, this way, but I don't think it looks good when it like animates in and out the same way. So you see the animation, it starts from down here, from the top and bottom when it fades in. If I remove this and I go into end offset, we had start offset. If I go to end offset and I go to the end here and I keyframe it and I put it on 0, and then I want the duration to be about about as long as the fade in. I want the fade out to be. So into end offset and I'm gonna put it on 100, and this way you can see where when it fades in, it starts from the top here, and when it fades out, it's gonna start fading out from the other side. So I think this looks a lot cleaner, and there you go. And that's basically, and then you just continue the clip if you had a kill, whatever. My dumbass just snipes the wall for some fucking reason. So that's basically the entire tutorial done. And so this is basically done. I'm gonna choose my work area here. Oops. Where it starts, and then if I press, I think N. Yeah. This is the duration I want the After Effects to render. So this is basically it. This is an entire effect. And you can play around with the settings, of course. You can make it hell, I don't know what this is, the glow and the core size and whatever you want. You can just play around with it. You can try all kinds of different presets, or you can make your own, doesn't matter. Whatever fits you, whatever you think is clean, that's the way to